Hey, welcome to my video. We are going to install this clock movement into this hexagonal clock design. Here's the tools that you're going to need: a 10 millimeter wrench, and you might need this needle nose pliers. The hardware that you're going to need is the clock movement, a hanger, a rubber washer, a metal washer, this hex nut, this tiny little round nut, a second hand, an hour hand, and a minute hand. All right, we're going to start by inserting the clock movement in the back. But before we do that, we are going to put our hanger on, and we're going to make sure that we're thinking ahead about which way is going to be 12 o'clock. So this is going to go on the top, and there is a circle insert that fits on there. And then we're going to take our rubber washer and put it on that. And then we're going to insert this into the hole, and we're going to point this at wherever we want 12 o'clock to be. All right, let's flip this over. Holding that in place, I'm going to put the metal washer, then the hex nut, and get that on there by hand as far as I can get it. And now I'm going to use my 10 millimeter wrench, making sure that it is, the back of this is pointed at where 12 o'clock is going to be. I'm going to tighten that down. All right, now you can still move it slightly if you need to make some small adjustments. All right, now I'm ready for my hands. The hour hand is the shorter one of these. Notice that this has a circle, and it has a little split here. So if this is loose, you can actually tighten that a little bit if you need to. We're going to push that over that white shaft. It's going to hold on there like so. Then we're going to find our minute hand. Notice that the minute hand has this kind of flat sides, almost like a rectangle. And if you look closely at the part that's sticking out, let's see if I can get the camera to focus on it, it also has that kind of rectangular part. So you have to make sure that you line that up, and then you kind of wiggle it, and it should pop on. Now it is loose. So we're going to use this tiny little nut here, and this is about the hardest part, getting this to thread on. I got lucky, and I can try to get it as far as I can by hand, but I might need to use the needle nose pliers to tighten that up the rest of the way. All right, I can test those by using the adjustment, make sure they're not touching each other. If they are, you can bend them slightly into place, either one way or the other. But you don't want to overdo that, because we want to make sure that our second hand is going to fit in there. So the second hand runs on that small shaft that's on the inside. So I'm going to get that over the top and just carefully press that in. And then I'm going to make sure that my second hand didn't get bent in the way of the other hands, and I can test the whole thing by spinning it back and forth, making sure that nothing is hitting all the way around. All right, then I'm done.